welcome back to Shay and Jordan Go Boating, the movie mapping podcast. I am your host, Jordan, and with me is our other host, Shay. You're
I'm
supposed to say your
shooting
name.
at you. Shay is my name.
This is a movie mapping podcast. It's the podcast where we map movies, and today we're going to do just that, aren't we, Shay?
I hate to add to like the gender binary or whatever gender stereotypes. I can't speak right now, but like I feel like men are really good at making gun noises, and I'm not.
That reminds me, did you ever see that TV show Spaced?
No, is that the one with Simon Pegg?
Yeah.
I have
It's
not seen
the
that.
it's like the only good thing that Edgar Wright ever did. And there's a really
Brutal.
funny bit of them doing their the gun
Gun
noises and stuff. It's very
noises.
funny.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
I'd suggest just watching that on YouTube. It's a good clip.
I
Um,
really like Scott Pilgrim versus the World. I'll say it.
okay, loser.
Fucking
I
nerd.
had I had no I had no retort for that. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I used to like those when I was a teen like that when I was a teenager. I read those graphic novels and everything, but I mean, we grow up, don't we?
Not me. I still
Not
I
Edgar.
still live and
Not
I
you,
love.
not Edgar.
Not me, not Edgar. I saw
You live,
him
you
in
love, and you laugh.
I saw him in real life one time. I went to
Mm,
a live recording of the Seth Meyers show and he was
mm.
the guest and I was like, wow, he's really short in terms of Edgar Wright was short.
I told you about when I met him as well, right?
Oh yeah, you've met him more real than me.
Yeah, I introduced myself and everything because we have a
I
mutual
can't
friend.
speak
So I
right
said,
now.
"Oh, hey, how's it going?" And he was having lunch with Bong Joon-ho, and Bong Joon-ho introduced himself to me. He said, "Hey, I'm Bong Joon-ho." Like, yeah, buddy, I know.
Yeah,
I
buddy.
didn't, I didn't say that to his face. I said,
You
"Nice
think
to
I
meet you."
don't know that?
Bong Joon-ho, I said.
Bong Joon-ho?
Bong Joon, who the fuck are you?
Who the
Who are
fuck are
you?
you? You should have been like, who are you to Edgar Wright to really.
Yeah, I've been like, oh, I know who Bong Joon-ho is. Edgar Wright, I've
Who
heard
are
of you.
you?
A
Yeah.
friend of mine. I don't know your work. Sorry. If you
Or
can
you
call
could
it
have
that.
said like, I love Spaced and just that.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't even give him the satisfaction.
No, because that kind of
Um,
sounds like you're trying to pick one of his more obscure things because you're such a
yeah,
super
exactly,
fan.
exactly. Um, I don't care for his output. A friend of ours, mine and Issa's friend, more Issa's friend than mine. I hop on her being a friend of mine, was in one of
Yeah.
his more recent movies, that Last Night in Soho movie.
Yeah. Well, I have a
She's amazing,
personal
and I love her,
beef.
but not the movie. What's your personal
I mean,
beef?
that's cool. I have a personal beef. There was like a poster design competition for that movie, and I entered, and I thought my posters were so good, and I was not recognized in any way by Mr. Edgar Wright. So,
Piece of shit.
piece of shit. I am a little
Uh,
sour on him since then.
Fair enough.
Because
Anyway, this is a movie mapping podcast where we map movies, and as always, we're going to talk about a new-ish release this time, and the next link in our movie chain, our never-ending movie chain.
it came out this
So
year.
it came out this year, so it's fine. The new release is Christian Petzold's Afire.
Mm,
Afire. That's
yes.
one word, not
A
a
fire.
fire.
One
Afire.
fire.
One fire to rule them all. And then
Mm-hmm.
for our link in the chain, we have followed. Who have we followed? How did we get here? Jerry Fielding? Jerry Fielding was the composer for The Gambler, for
Okay.
the music for
Thanks
The
for
Gambler.
remembering that.
And he also scored the Sam Peckinpah flick, Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia.
Bring me the fucking head of Alfredo Garcia.
Bring me the guy's head.
Bring me the goddamn head.
Can you say it
Um,
in Spanish for us, please? Bring me the head of Alfredo Garcia. Do you remember it?
no.
Oh, okay. Do you get Spanish shy? I've never actually
Yes.
heard you speak Spanish, but you tell me you speak Spanish, so you could just be lying to
I
me.
could be lying. You'll never know.
Will you speak Spanish to Issa next time you see each other?
Yeah,
She's fluent.
sure.
Good. Oh, I'm excited for that conversation.
We're gonna talk shit about you behind your back. without you
I know
even
what
knowing.
stupido means.
So you'll know what's going on.
So we're in the festive season at the moment, Shay. And I'm drinking an alcohol-free Guinness as we record this. What are you
It,
drinking?
is a Guinness considered like holiday vibes?
Not really, but it is for me. It's a treat. I'm
That
treating
is a
myself,
treat.
Shay.
Well, I did get some holiday nog themed flavored creamer, so I'm drinking that in my coffee.
Wow, your coffee's in the. You're not going anywhere. Why have you got it in a portable mug?
Well, because I'm sitting on my bed and I'm scared I'll spill it. And also, all my mugs are those little amber
Nerd.
ones and they're so small. So I wanted like a big
You wanted a
fucking.
big jug of coffee.
Mm. Does that answer
Leave
your
the
fucking
jug.
question?
Leave the jug. That's you
The
at the diner. Leave the pot.
okay, okay.
Leave it.
Leave the big.
Yeah, leave that. I'm gonna use that. That stop you're just gonna keep coming back and forth, back and forth. Just leave the
Just
goddamn
leave it.
pot. Just leave the pot with me.
Just leave it, honey.
I'll finish her off.
This sounds like the kind of person who would call the waitress honey,
Honey, hey, sweetie, sweetie.
sweetheart.
That's of all the awful things that George Costanza does in Seinfeld, it makes me so sick to the stomach every time he calls someone sweetie or honey or something, like someone who works in a restaurant or a diner.
Um, it is annoying when people do that, but I have this like really bizarre um repairman who comes and fixes my various sinks dripping.
How many
And he's
sinks you
like
got, bro?
two,
Yeah, makes sense.
and he is so odd and loud and tall, and he calls me like darling or something, and I'm okay when he does it. His name's
Oh
Ian
yeah, of course.
Cottingham.
It's like nice ladies in a shop calling you love.
Yeah. It can be harmless in
Do you need your
certain
receipt, love?
cases.
No, I'm
They
okay.
don't do that in
Cheers.
the US, but
I yeah, they should.
bring back love. Yeah.
Sweetheart, maybe.
Sweetheart, yeah, that's nice.
Another cup of coffee for you, sweetheart. That's someone in a diner offering me another cup of coffee. I said leave the pot.
I said leave the fucking pot.
She's gonna get a bad tip. That's me to the other people at my table. No tip
I'm
for
sure
her.
they love you.
We're slapping our knees. It's like do you remember those Tim Heidecker and Brett Gelman lunch YouTube videos? You ever see those?
Never seen that.
Oh my God, they're fucking hilarious. Look at me, Mr. YouTube tonight. I'm like, have you seen this video? Have you seen this video?
You're like, oh fuck, I'm trying to think of an old YouTube. You're like, have you seen Nyan Cat? This wonderful video.
No, but honestly,
Um,
you got to watch Tim and Brett have lunch, whatever it's called. It's
I've
there's
never
like three
heard
of
of
them or
that.
something. They're
Okay, I'll write
so
that
fucking
down.
funny.
Brett
The
Gelman
first
kind of
one is
annoys
obviously the
me.
best. Really, I
Yeah,
love
we
him.
had a
I think he's
discussion about
fantastic.
him recently.
Me and you and I.
Yeah, you were telling me that he was married to someone that I didn't know he was married
Oh,
to.
Janixa Bravo. Not
Janixa
anymore, but
Bravo.
was yeah.
Yeah. I was like, huh?
Yeah, we were discussing this on the streets of Paris, I recall.
I don't remember where we were going, but I remember where we were on the
Paris.
street. Paris, yeah.
Yeah, good, very good.
Very good.
You look like
I
you're
feel
looking
like
something up.
I was writing down the Tim and Brett Gelman thing.
Oh, okay, cool.
I
Do you
I
feel like
was
what?
think I feel like we're like off today. Is that are you feeling that
Off?
way too?
No,
Not
I'm
like in
feeling
a
quite
bad
on.
way. Okay. Maybe I'm off.
You said this before in some of our better episodes.
Yeah, I think I just wanted to like
Maybe it's
say it, to get it
maybe
off my
it's the fear
chest.
inside of you that just sort of
It's the
drives you to
absolute
actually be
terror.
good.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're like, I'm really on today. I listen back to the episode. I'm like, throw it
You
out.
suck.
Throw
Throw
it
it
out.
out.
We do it again.
Throw it in the bin.
Sometimes sometimes we record 3 episodes in a row because Shay just can't get it right,
Well,
man.
we have to re-record sometimes
Mm,
on account of me
you
not
breaking
being
down into
funny.
tears.
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
like having a breakdown.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell
Acid
you.
reflux.
Yeah, I got tummy ache. Um, I'm trying to decide what hot spring I want to go to in January for my birthday.
Where are the hot springs in your land?
They're all around Oregon.
That's so lovely.
Isn't that lovely?
A
And
lot of Americans in Iceland when I went to Iceland. There's hot springs there.
I've never been there. That sounds cool.
I remember going. I was deciding what to eat with my girlfriend at the time, and we were looking at the menu outside, and there was this American couple looking at the menu, and they were like, "Noodles, they've got cilantro in them," and that's all I remember of the holiday.
Oh wow, that was a very exciting day for the that American couple to have
Oh,
cilantro in their noodles.
cilantro in the noodles.
You're telling me they got fucking cilantro in the noodles here?
Now I've seen everything.
I love that. That is they sound like true Americans.
Yeah,
You know, Americans fear new experience. Yeah, Americans fear new experiences more than anything. Whatever
yeah,
that D.H.
absolutely.
Lawrence quote was.
Yeah, yeah, we love you, DH. You know what that stands
Uh,
for?
no.
Doohickey. Doohickey Lawrence.
Doohickey Lawrence. Wonderful. Um, I just want to
You want to
say
say
we're
something?
recording later. It's Jordan's been working hard all day long.
Oh, I've been working my little butt off. I've been
Yeah.
tidying this house like a fucking madman today. We have someone who's staying with us for a few weeks coming tomorrow.
Really?
And yeah, a friend of
Who?
Issa's.
Who?
A friend of Issa's. I don't need to talk about her on the podcast.
Why wasn't I invited to stay for weeks on end?
She needs to stay here. You can
Yeah,
come stay for weeks on end when she goes.
but okay. Um, I saw Poor Things last night, but you haven't seen that, so we can't
Her
talk about it.
things. Yeah, it's not out here yet, I don't think. Weirdly
Oh,
enough.
for
That's based on
you.
a book I've read.
I
And that's
know.
funny.
That's funny. Yeah. You know, it's
Scottish
funny
book.
when someone just like unamused says that's funny.
Mm. I remember a subplot on Scrubs about that. Remember that?
I've
Scrubs?
never seen Scrubs in my life.
Don't bother.
Can't stand Zach Braff.
No, neither can I. Anyway, we're here to talk about movies, aren't we, Shay?
Mm-hmm.
And the new release we're going to talk about is Afire. We hadn't really planned exactly what we're going to talk about, but we did a sort of like last minute shift to this because I saw that you watched it last night, was it?
I watched most of it yesterday, just kind of hanging around, and I
Mm.
was like, I got sucked in. But then I had to go
Yeah,
see
man.
uh
A Man About a Dog.
I had to go see Poor Things. So I had to
Oh, the
leave.
movie. Oh, so you sort of squeezed in a movie in the middle of your movie.
I watched three movies yesterday. I watched Bring Me the Fucking Head
Like
of
all broken
Alfredo,
up.
kind of. Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia, Fire, and Poor Things.
Wow. Busy day for Shay. Busy Shay.
I have a hard life.
Um, so Afire, this is the newest Christian Petzold movie. He's been around since the mid 90s, I believe,
Sure.
maybe even early 90s. I think he
Yeah,
started in
mid
German
90s.
television.
He's a
Um,
German director.
he is indeed collaborated a fair bit with one of my all-timers, Harun Faroki, one of the best artists to grace our good earth. May he rest in peace.
Let's say more about that. I
Um,
don't know about that.
Aaron Faroki is he was a very multifaceted artist. He did lots of different types of movies and things, and lots of them are like video essays. He was kind of a master of that. He did lots of amazing documentaries about just such a wide range of things. Just a very intelligent man and a very good filmmaker. And him and Petzold had this sort of collaboration slightly later in Petzold's career, I think. And they co-wrote a few movies together. But Harren Fraker didn't work much in narrative stuff, so it's interesting that he did with
Very cool.
our boy Christian. So yeah,
Very
I'd say
cool.
check out some Harren Faroki because he's got some really amazing stuff out there.
I did not know
Um,
about him, so thanks for the education.
oh, you're very welcome. Um, can you help me pay back my loan to my universities, please,
Oh my
for
God.
that information?
Yeah, I mean, I will. I will. I feel
To
like
be
I
fair, I
already
never
know.
studied Harren for I never studied him. I did this
You
all in
didn't
my own
take
time.
a class on Harun Faroki?
No, I
First of all,
didn't.
cool name, by the way.
Great name. He was a I think he was a handsome chap as well. I used to have a little
Yeah,
picture
he's
of him on my wall. Uh,
really.
I don't think I have it anymore. Yeah.
I'm looking at his picture on Wikipedia. Looks nice enough.
I went to see a
Um,
nice exhibition, him and do you know Hito Steo? I think that's her last name.
no.
He's a Japanese, again, sort of like multimedia artist, and they had like a an exhibition that was on. I was thinking it was like a joint exhibition, or that was on in the same place. But she's also really fucking amazing. In fact, I'm gonna save that for the end because I have a book recommendation. Remind me.
Amazing. Amazing.
Anyway, so Christian Petzold moved back to making movies by himself because Aaron Franke died. Um, and he's had a few. He's one of those ones who he's been sort of very consistently been making movies for the past 30 years now. And I've seen maybe six of them or something, but he's got so many. Um,
He's so
and
good.
he is
I've
great. All of the ones I've seen, I've liked. Bar one, I didn't care that much for, but
I just realized
um,
I've only seen two.
really, what was the other one you
Yeah,
saw?
Phoenix.
Phoenix. Yeah, I haven't seen Phoenix is one that people love, and I haven't seen it yet. I'd
Phoenix is
really looking forward to it.
so good. And then
Mm.
I don't know why. I've just been super excited to watch more, but then I haven't.
Yeah, I think I had the exact same thing the first time I saw one of his movies. I was like, this guy knows what's up. And then, yeah, I
This
just
MF
haven't.
really knows what's up.
This MFer.
Dude, he made at least three movies about like World War II. He's just into
Yeah, it's
that.
interesting, isn't it? So let me tell you what ones of his I've seen.
Yeah.
Transit was the one that I didn't care that much for, but people
Even though
loved with
Franz
our friend.
Rogowski's in it,
Exactly. It was good. I just didn't love it, and it ended with a very lame song choice, I thought. Um,
interesting.
Yella. Yella is a good
Yella.
one
We love
with
Nina
Nina
Haas.
Hoss. Yeah, she's
Beautiful.
amazing. Nina Hoss. And one that I really remember loving was Ghosts.
Ghosts. Okay, I'm add that to my watch list.
Ghosts is a really good one. Nice and it's pretty gay for him as well.
Fucking
Um,
gay.
say again?
I said fucking gay.
Yeah, fucking gay. Um, and then yeah, so he's and Undine is another one that people are from a couple of years ago that people really liked as well, but I haven't gotten around to yet.
It's the same
Um,
girl who's in Afire.
Paula Beer
Paula Beer. She's great.
and Franz is in that one as well. Yeah,
Oh, I love that. I'm gonna
I
watch
think
that
it might
one.
be about a mermaid or something, which feels pretty wild.
Does seem to be about something like
Um,
that. That's crazy.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I just assumed that
Um,
all his movies were about World War II, honestly.
no, I mean he's got his modern days, you know. Ghosts is that one. Yeah, I love the feeling of Ghosts. It's so good. I don't remember the details, but you know when you just have this like really nice memory of watching a film and
Mm-hmm.
being like,
The
I love
feeling it
living
left you
in
with.
that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Um,
Okay.
so yeah, Afire is his newest one, and do you want to give a sort of plot synopsis? It has been about maybe 3 months since I watched it, so uh, you might have to take more of a lead on this, but I'm very happy to talk about what I
Okay.
loved about it.
Two two friends, Leon and Felix, are at
Mm,
Felix's parents' holiday home,
mm.
and unexpectedly, one of like Felix's mom's friends is also there, and I'm so bad at this. Um, but I'm
Which one's
trying.
Leon and which one's Felix?
Leon is the main guy.
Okay, so Leon is he's an author,
He's a
right?
writer trying to finish his manuscript.
For his second book, is it?
Sure.
Like he had like a successful first one that people liked,
Yeah,
but this
it
one
seemed like
he's
that.
yeah. Um and yeah, they meet this woman who is also staying there, and then these relationships sort of develop between the four of them because there's a fourth guy who comes along as well, right?
hmm And basically, Felix is so self-centered that he can't really like take in the world around him. Like he just kind of thinks everything.
Do you mean Leon?
I mean, Leon, he like kind of takes everything as like an insult towards him, and
Mm.
it's very hard to watch.
Yes, he plays a very awful character, very solipsistic, and he's
Hmm.
I remember kind of thinking I saw this very close to Passages, and I remember thinking that they had a sort of similar energy about sort of a main character that is kind of abhorrent, but you can't help but just like be sucked in by them. And I like Thomas Schubert's performance is just so pitch perfect and
It's
watchable
so
because
good.
it's such a fine line to tread. And I think he does it so fucking well.
He does. And I did relate to him in some ways. Like there are times when I get caught up in my own stupid
Mm,
self-hatred thoughts and I can't enjoy things that I like want to enjoy. It's fucking frustrating.
absolutely.
Um, but yeah, I think I remember you talking about how it's like kind of about toxic masculinity, but also
Yes.
as a woman, I also relate to it in some ways,
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah,
which I
I
love.
just I've never seen not never, but it's very rare to see um masculinity explored so well on screen. Obviously, there's certain types of masculinity that we've seen too much of or have been explored too much, but this is a very specific type of like an intellectual masculinity
Yeah,
almost. And
yeah.
it's a really interesting perspective, and Petzold has such a keen take on it, and he without like indicting the character, he kind of manages to just the script is just so well structured that everything sort of like slowly peels away, and without
Mm,
spoiling anything, it's kind of difficult to say where it ends up, but I would just say watch it, man.
yeah, it's really good. And then there is also this element that we didn't talk about of
Yes.
like wildfires kind of approaching throughout the movie.
Mm. That is one of the things that makes this fit into the camp of that. So there's this thing I have of films that um seem to be made to be watched in a contemporary European cinema film studies class,
Yeah.
where they'll be about something, but they're secretly also about something else. You know, there's like a political allegory or an environmental allegory like going on
Yeah.
underneath. Um, which a lot of the time is kind of cringe or overdone, but I think it works in this film. I don't think it detracts anything or I think there's enough going on there for it not to seem just like a kind of lazy commentary like it often is.
Yeah, I think it's all done in a very elegant way. And yeah, it's not as super heavy-handed.
But man, I think it was my film of the year, man. I'm thinking about all the films I've seen this year, and it's like the only one I actually really liked.
I really, really liked it
It's
too.
probably the only one I would like actively really, really recommend to people.
Yeah. What else do I
I
want to
guess
say?
Passages as well. It's like again because it has sort of like similar thematics of passages and stuff as well. I think they do make an interesting duo for the best films of the year.
I mean, May December is up there for me too.
Yes, that too. Three good movies in a year. We're so lucky.
Someone said riotously funny up until the moment when it stops being funny. I don't know if I found it riotously funny.
It was funny. Like it is funny, but I
Yeah,
would yeah, I wouldn't call it a riot.
it is funny. But yeah, that just makes it sound like a romp, and I was kind of like, "Ugh," like suffering the whole time.
Yeah. You kind of like trying to swallow it down because every time Leon opens his mouth, you're just like, please
I'm
stop.
like, God damn
Please,
it. And
please, please,
he's
buddy.
so like not polite, and it bothered me so much.
There is so much simple stuff as well in the film that in terms of like costume and everything that really just like speak volumes, like the way he's dressed when he's at the beach and things like that. It's
Mm,
like this again is such a specific type of man. Like I know this guy, you know, and I know the kind of person who dresses like that at the beach. And like there's this whole interesting underlayer, I think, about like um male physicality and like male self-consciousness of the body as well, which is just like an extremely underexplored topic in film. And this film, it doesn't really like delve deep into that issue just because there's fucking a thousand other themes going on, but
Yeah.
it really subtly brings those to the attention. And obviously, casting someone like Thomas Schubert, he's like a more like he's a larger guy, and he holds himself a certain way, and he manages to portray, yeah, a certain type of man that you rarely see in film, I think.
I was thinking that too. It's so exciting to see like this real kind of person that exists that is never you
Mm,
never see in movies.
yeah.
And he did it so well. And yeah,
Mm.
his body, it wasn't like a huge part of it. It was just like, I don't
Well,
know.
you just see like strange hints of his like tattoo
Yeah.
and stuff that like it feels so intentional, um, and so subtly done. I think Christian Petzold is like clearly really refined the way he makes his movies, and uh, he's great. I want to watch all of them.
Me too.
Mhm. Oh, he has an 80s set one. That sounds fun. 80s East Germany.
Oh, really? That's
Mm.
exciting.
Also with Nina
Um,
Hoss.
we love Nina Hoss. She's gorgeous.
She
Um,
was in Tar, wasn't
I
she?
was just thinking about that. Yeah, she's in Tar.
She's also in that new film by Radu Jude.
Oh yeah? What's that called?
Do not expect too much from the end of the world.
Okay, cool.
I have mad respect for Radu Jude. I've only seen one of his movies, Bad Luck Banging on Looney Porn. Did you see it?
Mm-mm.
Great.
Should
But
I watch it?
he absolutely you should. Um, he is one of the again, I've seen one of his movies, but he is one of the few like artists doing a genuinely original thing, and he sticks by his morals and his basically like he's like fuck awards stuff. I'm not gonna go to any awards ceremony. They're fucking stupid and it's all pretentious assholes and it's nonsense. And he does that whilst making the movies he wants to make, and I have like mad respect for that.
Mad respect to him.
This one goes out to you, Radu.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I have heard about this newer one. I didn't know she was in that.
Mm.
All right.
Um,
Anything else on a fire?
on a fire. Not really. Just go and watch the damned thing.
Watch it and let us know what you
You
think.
know what? Harun Faroki has a writing credit on this one somehow. I wonder how. I wonder if they wrote it together a long time ago or something,
Oh,
or
that's
wrote some
cool.
of it together.
Do you think he
Mm.
was like the editor guy who comes in part way through the movie?
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah,
was meant to be Aaron Faroki.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I liked that guy. I thought he was great.
He was great. Everyone was great in it.
Everyone was great. Really great. Really, really great movie. Highly recommend.
I love a movie with
Um,
a small cast,
mm-hmm,
like in one setting.
mm-hmm.
Always fun.
Always fun. Oh, there's some gay stuff in there as well. That'll be nice for the people.
Mm, certified queer.
Certified queer movie.
We should have like a stamp we put up when we say that. Certified
You can
queer.
do that. Do that in post. Do it right here. Look, where my finger's pointing.
Okay, I will.
We got that. We got that, people. You definitely won't. Um.
We'll see.
So next up on the docket is our link in the chain. As I said, Jerry Fielding, if I'm remembering his name correctly, was the person who did the score for um what was that movie we
So
watched
good.
called? The Gambler.
The gambler.
The
Gambler.
Gambler. Jerry Fielding, yes, that is his name. Who and he did the score for Sam Peckinpah's Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia, the 1974 movie starring Warren Oates and Isela Vega? Isela? Is that how you would tell
Mm-hmm.
that name?
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
and it's a very well-known film.
Mm-hmm.
Probably his most famous other than Straw Dogs, I'd say. Or maybe The Wild Bunch as well. The
I
Wild
think
Bunch, Straw
those
Dogs, and Bring
three
Me the Head are the three big
people know
ones.
those.
You've seen Straw Dogs, am I
No, I've
correct?
never I've seen Wild Bunch.
Oh,
I
you've
haven't
seen Wild
logged.
Bunch.
Oh shit. I had it
Do you remember
logged.
it?
No, not really. I watched it in 2015, so
Oh, yikes.
that was a long time ago.
Long time ago. I remember a friend of mine, who's passed away now, fucking legend of a guy. Uh, Rob Macon. He was saying The Wild Bunch is just a very strange movie, and it's just a lot of it is just men sort of sitting around laughing, just like
I mean, that's fun. I don't remember it at all, but
um.
I don't like Westerns, if I'm honest.
Whoa, big claim. So
They're
I'm not a
so
huge.
they're so deeply male gaze, and it's so boring to me.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Um,
That was an interesting noise.
I coughed and hiccuped because I choked on my own spit.
Mm, because you were so shocked
Um,
that I don't like Westerns.
well, that's the thing. I used to be like you, but I've really found my way into them recently. I found a lot of ones I've really liked. Can I give you a suggestion for one that's like great?
Please.
Because it's the least westerny Western, is the Oxbow incident.
Is Oxbow one word?
I don't think so. Oxbow.
It's hyphenated.
Hyphenated, there we are. It's
Classic.
Henry Fonda's in the main role, and it's just
I do like
it's
Henry Fonda.
it's almost kind of like a trial movie in a way, like,
Mm.
but obviously not in a
He's
courtroom.
a
Like,
classic for that for one of those.
yeah. But it's so fucking good. It's so well written and it's so tense. William A. Wellman, he's a really good director. Did the original Star is Born, which I never saw, but he also did Public
And
Enemy and
Wings.
Wings, and he did a bunch of sort of pre-code movies like Safe in Hell, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Night
Night
Nurse, Wild Boys of the
Nurse.
Road. Yeah. Um, Highly
Amazing.
recommend that as a way to, and I also watched Sam Fuller's Jesse James movie, called I Shot Jesse James, which also has a sort of energy that I think you would like a lot more. And can I give you
Okay.
one more? Sorry,
Mm.
is Fritz Lang's Rancho Notorious with Marlene Dietrich.
I love Fritz Lang.
I watched that the other day and it was fucking great.
What was it called? I forget already.
Rancho Notorious.
Fun name too.
Yeah, exactly. So there are some good ones out there, and you just have to find your way in. Because obviously, there's a bunch. Like, I'm not really a John Ford kind of guy. I know people fucking love the dude, but I don't care for the searches and things like that.
No.
It took me a while to find the kind of Western I'm into, and I found it, and it makes me happy. And now I try and watch them semi regularly.
You just like programmed like a film series for me
Yeah, I did.
in in a couple minutes.
This is why people should hire me. I'm fucking great.
Truly.
I've been hitting up that Sam Fuller so hard recently. He's the best. He's the best.
It's always good to hit him up.
Mm.
What is
Um,
Straw Dogs about? And why is it called
Straw
Straw
Dogs.
Dogs?
Straw Dogs is the one which is very infamous for there being a rape scene in which the woman, I can't remember who plays the woman, Susan George,
Mm-hmm.
she like part way through she starts to like she starts to like visibly like enjoy it.
Whoa.
Yeah. So it has a reputation because of that. But it's basically it's set in England, it's set in like fucking Cornwall or something, and
Interesting.
Dustin Hoffman's playing an
Dustin
American who's
Hoffman.
like an academic, and he goes there. And I haven't seen it since I was like 13 or something. I don't remember it at all. I remember kind of enjoying it, but who knows?
I will
But you
say
know,
on
so sort of violent retribution movie.
on that on the note of the rape scene, like
Mm.
the way women were treated in Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia.
Okay, so let's get into that. Bring me the head of Alfredo Garcia.
Uh,
People love Sam Peckinpah, right? They really love this guy, and they love this movie in particular. It seems to be like a fan favorite, and I think you and I seem to have had a similar reaction of like, fuck.
I was literally like, what? Like, what was even happening? Like, I don't know.
So let's do a sort of vague outline. It's about a Mexican crime family. I don't know, I guess, and his daughter gets pregnant, and then they find out that it's a guy called Alfredo Garcia, and he says, "Bring me the head of Alfredo Garcia." A
Hmm.
couple of guys end up somehow, I can't remember how they even fucking get there, but they find a piano player played by Warren Oates who has a link to the guy through his prostitute girlfriend.
Right.
Um, And so they go on the search for his body. It turns out he's already dead. So they just have to go and find his body, take his head, and bring it to him, and they'll get the money reward.
And
So that's the
they're
general plot.
they go, you have to bring us this head within 3 days, or we're like basically we're gonna kill you. And after that, he like goes on a little love vacation with his girlfriend, as though it is not at all pressing that he has to go get this head. Like they spend so long just like laying by a tree and drinking and like talking about getting married. And I'm like, what, what about the head that you're supposed to be bringing?
I know.
Also,
I
I have to say one
Go
other
ahead.
thing.
Mm.
There is not a single woman in this movie whose whose shirt does not get ripped off their body and their tits get exposed.
So true. Yeah, so I mean, you know me, I know you. We
Mm.
we give concessions a lot of the time to filmmakers who maybe
Yeah,
have misogynistic tendencies
totally.
or stuff like this, but there's something about the energy of this movie. It's so
I
chauvinistic.
couldn't.
I can't deal with it. It's just
No,
nasty energy to it.
I'm not usually the type to get super bothered by that stuff. Like,
Neither
but
am I.
this movie, it like really bothered me. I was like, can we
Me
not
too.
maybe don't rip the shirt off this one girl, you
But
know?
with Isela Vega, like people are praising her performance, and I'm like, yeah, sure, but like she's literally just being put through the ringer in this. Like I feel so bad for her.
Yeah. And
Um,
she's also portrayed both as like a slut and a prostitute. Yeah, also, yeah, speaking of, yeah, she's portrayed as a slut, but then like this like desperate to be married woman, and it's like,
mm,
yeah, they're just like the women are like so objectified that it's just crazy.
it's just a gross male fantasy of violence
Yeah.
and like possession of women, and yeah, I just don't understand. I don't understand it because people, I mean, people love this movie. What's going on,
I
man?
don't get what people
Like,
love. Like
I
even
think people
outside of all
love
the
how nasty and perverse it is or whatever, but like
maybe.
I don't get that. I mean, there's some times where that works for me, but this just felt like an I need a shower afterwards kind of movie, and not in a good way.
Yeah, I was reading his Wikipedia because I know like nothing about him. It
Mm.
says his characters are often loners and losers who desire to be honorable but are forced to compromise in order to survive in a world of nihilism and brutality. Like, I guess you could read this movie like that, but it also just seems like a bad movie where that makes no sense with women being objectified.
And it
Like,
feels
that's how
like,
I see it.
yeah, and he's like feels like at least vaguely racist as well, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know what the
I
hell people are talking about.
yeah, it's a stinky, stinky movie, and I hate it.
I hate it.
Yeah, I can't believe how like taken aback I was by because because even the opening scene, I was kind of like, oh, I could get into this, you know,
Yeah.
like if it's going to keep going like this, but then yeah, it just kept going on and on, and I just did not give a fuck. And I normally like Warren Oates.
I like his sunglasses. We'll say that.
Yeah, um, but yeah, I just ugh, it's made me not want to watch any of his movies.
No,
You know,
I'm not interested.
I'm not interested.
I don't get what people I don't genuinely like what do people see in this movie?
Yeah, I'm glad that we had the same reaction because I did feel like I was a bit loopy, like I'd watched a different movie to everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah,
I love me
I
some sleaze, literally. Like I love sleazy movies, but this doesn't feel like
yeah.
sleazy in like a in an almost innocent way. This feels like sleazy and like this is like a nasty man making a nasty movie about his nasty ass self and his like dreams of possessing women and shooting Mexican people.
Yeah.
Yeah, gross.
There's nothing interesting going on at all
Not for me.
other than his cool
Um.
sunglasses.
Other than those cool sunglasses. Um, but yeah, not good.
Not good at all.
Not a good movie. And I hope no one's listened to this being like, oh, they're talking about Alfredo Garcia. I love that movie because we've given them nothing.
Well, maybe we'll cause them to question
Yeah.
their love of
Why they're letting him get away with it.
There's a similar the rape scene you're talking about in Straw Dogs. The scene where they're like bandits. Like there's a
Oh
similar thing that
yeah, with Chris
happens.
Christopherson. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It is a pretty similar thing. You're right. It feels
Um,
gross. It's so gross. I feel icky.
feel fucking gross. Let's not give it any more time, honestly.
No, no.
Fuck that
Although,
movie.
you know what's good about this is that we get to talk about another movie next time. Isn't that nice?
Thank God we don't have to talk about this movie again.
So looking through its credits and such, I
Oh
have
yeah.
already come across one thing I'm super interested in because I haven't seen it in a long time and I would love to rewatch
What
it.
is it? What is it?
Um,
Ooh.
what are you looking at?
No, tell me what it is.
Um, so this is edited by a guy called Dennis Dolan.
Mm-hmm.
If you click on his name, the top movie will be.
Dennis Dolan. Oh, Repo Man?
Yeah,
Is
do you
that
like
what you're
Repo
thinking?
Man?
I don't know if I've seen it. Do you love it?
Well, as a teenager, it was the fucking coolest thing in the world. I loved
Oh,
it. It's
hell
got Harry
yeah.
Dean Stanton in it and
I
great
mean, everybody loves
music,
it.
and it's great. It's
All
so
right, great.
good.
I love Harry Dean Stanton so much. All right, that's exciting. That's one we know
Yeah,
we're gonna like too.
exactly. And because Harry's in it, it also opens up a million amazing movies to talk about there as well, you know?
Oh, true. Okay, yeah, we're getting on a
Yeah.
better track. I feel like we were in a bit of a rut with
Gambler and that, yeah. And
Gambler
nasty,
and that.
nasty 70s movies.
Ew.
The ugly side of new American cinema, I think we were at.
Truly. In more
Truly
ways than
ugly.
one.
Oy, oy, oy.
Oi, oi, oi. Let's do Rango next time because apparently Harry Dean Stanton is in that.
Great, yeah. No, let's consider that. Sure.
Yeah, we'll
I,
consider
I
it.
watched
Just for
that.
me.
I watched that on a plane once.
Yeah.
That's
Why?
that's about that's about
That's
all
all
I
you
could.
have to
I
say.
it was an option on the plane, so I watched it. It was like an
I wouldn't
in-flight
even
movie.
think that you would do that.
You wouldn't think that I would do that. Why not?
Yeah, I don't know.
You think I'm
Just
too good for? You think I
think
think
you're
I'm
too
too
good
good
for
for
Rango.
Wrangler?
Yeah.
I remember enjoying it. It was in 2011, I guess, probably when I saw
I
it. So
guess
this
yeah,
was
you would have been
12,
quite
13
young.
years ago. Yeah. And I liked Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas at the time, and I knew Johnny Depp was playing something that was in Vegas.
That's really funny. It is
I
kind
say
of a
something, so I don't know what animal he is. Is he a
it is
fucking
kind of
gecko or
this
something?
I don't know. It is kind of a spiritual sequel to Fear and Loathing, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, it's by Gore Verbinski.
Oh yeah, our boy
Oh
Gore.
man, Gore.
I wonder
Um,
what he thinks of his movies. Do you think he thinks they're really good?
oh yeah. Yeah. He probably thinks that they're like movies for the people, you know.
The Lone
Wait, he did a
Ranger.
cure for wellness?
Yeah.
What a weird.
I didn't watch that movie. You watched it, it looks like.
How do you know I? Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I saw it in theaters by
It's like
myself.
2.5 hours, you nutcase.
I don't know why I gave it 3 stars. It's definitely worse than that.
Did you rate it in 2016?
Is that when I logged it? Yeah,
Well, I'm assuming that's
2017.
when it came out,
Mm-hmm.
right? Fair enough. Um,
You know I love
great.
Mia
So
Goth.
so we're going to be talking about Repo Man, so that's nice.
Yes.
Although
That's
next week we'll
exciting.
probably hopefully maybe have something special for you. We'll see.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good teaser. Something
A, s-
very exciting
a special
next
end of
week.
year surprise for you.
I don't know when I'm going to be able
Um,
to record that because I'm
yeah,
going
me
out
either.
I'm going to be in Chicago.
Take this with you.
I will.
Um, Chicago. Okay. You gonna have a deep dish?
You ever been there? Oh, wow, look at you. Knowing that that's from there.
Well, it's
No.
because of Chicago Town pizzas. We have those here. Do you have those in
Oh, okay.
America?
No, I've never heard of that.
They're probably, yeah, something marketed to the English, being like a true American pizza, and it is true.
Experience it.
I'm kind of hungry again. I think I've only had
I'm,
lunch and dinner today. I didn't have breakfast, so.
you know what? Have a snack on me.
Oh, thanks, buddy. What's your movie recommendation of the week?
Oh, oh man. Have I watched anything good?
You talk while I find my book.
Okay. Hmm. Oh, I watched New Rose Hotel, Jordan.
Oh, did you like it?
I didn't really like it.
Oh, damn.
I was I was like, I don't know. I couldn't really follow the plot.
Yeah, it doesn't really make much sense.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
Keep stalling for me. I can't find my book.
I'm just trying to think of what movie I want to talk about. Should it be the Agnes Varda I watched or that Aki Kaurismäki I watched? I don't know.
Tell me about both of them.
Okay. Because I didn't love either of them, but I enjoyed both of them. Okay,
Which one?
okay, I saw The Gleaners and I. It was playing at a
That's one of my
theater.
favorite movies.
No, I liked it, but
I love The Gleaners and I.
I liked it. I liked that it was kind of just following her artistic curiosities and like making connections between things. And someone had a funny review that was like Agnes Varda's first Instagram story, which is kind of cute because it was like
I
a
don't
very
get it.
casual I guess just because it's like a
I don't
very
get it.
okay. I guess just because it's like a casual like it's kind of her casually following her interests and showing it. I don't know.
Is that what
In the
people do on
way.
Instagram?
Yeah, I guess you don't really use Instagram, but yeah.
Are
So
you
I
annoyed
like
that I'm
that.
beefing you?
No.
Oh,
And
okay.
then I watched
Are you mad at me, Shay?
I'm a little mad at you.
Oh no! I'm
No,
sorry. I'm
I'm not
sorry.
mad. And then I watched Shadows in Paradise by Aki Kaurismäki because he is a new movie, the Finnish director.
Fallen Leaves. Yeah,
Fallen Leaves, which I'm excited to see.
I want to see
Uh,
that too. Maybe we can talk about that soon.
yeah, let's definitely do that.
I like
Um,
Shadows in Paradise.
yeah, I liked it. It was about a garbage collector and
Mm,
a grocery store girl, and they fall in love
mm.
and have a bit
You
of a
know,
toxic.
he drank himself to death.
Who did? The
That
actor in
main
that?
guy. Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah. He was his
no,
like
that's awful.
he was his like muse, you know. He was in so
Yeah.
many of his movies and then he died from like probably like liver failure or something just from drinking
Oh,
too
that
much.
is so sad. Matty.
So many of his movies he's
Aw.
just drinking tons.
Yeah.
And he definitely and I believe he was actually drinking like, you know, actually drinking on set in those scenes and everything.
Oh yeah. Well, that's kind of fun. Um, I think that what else is there to do in Finland, you know?
Yeah, sauna.
Yeah, that's true. I love a sauna.
I've never seen a sauna in one of his movies. I've only seen people play sort of twee indie music and drink lots of alcohol.
I mean, that must be why they're so depressed in his movies. They're not saunaing
Yeah, I
enough.
guess so. There's actually one because like they're depressing, but they've got like a nice energy to them. But there's this one, the Match Factory girl, which I
Yeah.
remember like being one I was showing someone for the first time, being like, "Oh, you're gonna love Kaurismäki." Like they've got this really nice energy to them. This one's just like
Yeah.
every scene is just so depressing. I was like, "Oh, this doesn't have any hope in it."
Yeah. But
Um,
people like you and me like movies like that.
yeah, it's true. So I have my book recommendation. So I brought up the Harren Furuki Hito Stale earlier, and this is her book called Duty Free Art. Art
Mm.
in the Age of Planetary Civil War. Um, and it's a bunch of essays all about different things, globalization, politics, visual art and culture, stuff like that. She's a fantastic writer, and she has this one really great movie. Can I recommend to you as well?
Yeah.
Which I saw at this exhibition, and I need to find out what it's called because I can't remember. Um, Lovely Andrea.
Lovely
So
Andrea.
so basically when she in the 80s she modeled for some like rope bondage stuff. and she basically is trying to go through these magazine archives to find the images that she was in. Um, but it's just really interesting. She talks to all of these like S&M photographers and everything, and
Mm,
it's just it's really great little half an hour doc. Would highly recommend.
I love it, Jordan. Great recommendation.
Thanks. Um, Great. So that's us done, and we'll wash our hands of Alfredo Garcia's blood
Mm,
and put on some nice blue jeans and a vest and watch Repo Man.
yes.
Much nicer. Much nicer
And
time.
what new release will we talk about? I don't know. We'll see, I guess.
Do you think you can catch Fallen Leaves?
Um,
It's probably going to be your movie soon anyway.
yeah, hopefully, because I'm doing a lot of traveling around, so I don't know.
Well, we might have to take a hiatus. Who knows?
Yeah, that's true. Hopefully not,
But either
but
way, we'll see. We'll see.
peace and love to everybody out there, you know?
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Peace and love. Join us on our journey. Listen
Listen
along
along
and build
and
the
build the
chain
chain with
with
us.
us.
Great work, guys.